In the far-remembered age of mellow gold and whispering silver, when kingdoms were young and the air of dawn still carried the perfume of creation, there lay the fertile realm of Maevia, a land bound by rivers that gleamed like drawn blades and forests whose green crowns sang to the wind. Beneath banners of crimson and pearl stood a palace so radiant that even the sun seemed to pause above its spires. Within those walls lived the heart of the kingdom, its princess. Her laughter softened storms, her kindness coaxed blossoms from frost. On the day of a grand banquet, she walked into the royal kitchen, where warmth, laughter, and the scent of apple pie filled the air. "Princess, you didn't have to trouble yourself here," said the cook. "With the banquet tonight, I thought you might need some help," the princess replied gently. "It is always such a pleasure to have you here," the cook smiled. "Here, I'm just about done with your apple pie." The princess breathed in the sweet aroma. "You make the best apple pie in the world. Bring it to my chambers, please. I want my friends to taste it." She left with a smile bright as the morning star, unaware that destiny was already stirring its shadows. Elsewhere, the king observed jewels laid before him, his heart full of pride for his daughter. "I want the most beautiful necklace for my princess," he said. "How about this one, sire?" asked the jeweler, presenting a chain of silver woven with moonlit stone. "My, this is exquisite. Come, let us give it to her ourselves." As they entered her chamber, the princess was laughing with her companions, the apple pie before her. The king placed the necklace in her hands. "We could not have hoped for a sweeter, wiser princess." Courtiers echoed their admiration. "Cannot wait for her to become our queen." The princess took one more delighted bite of pie. Suddenly her laughter broke. Her hand trembled. The room swayed. "Princess! Princess, what cried the maid. She collapsed, breath failing, eyes fluttering like a candle against wind. Shadows claimed her voice, and she fell into unnatural stillness. And silence spread heavier than thunder. The kingdom descended into fear. No doctor nor priest could revive her. Weeks became months, and the beauty of her face turned pale, like a sculpted angel carved in sorrow. At times she writhed as if fighting invisible chains. Her lips moved in agony, but no words came. "One day she will be lost between life and death forever," warned the priests. "Put her in a chest of sacred charms to protect her spirit." The king, crushed beneath helpless love, agreed. A chest of silver and perfumed wood was made, lined with silk woven with prayers. Guards were ordered to keep watch, but the first night a terrified scream rang through the halls. "She haunts us," cried the soldier, trembling as if winter itself had gripped his soul. Another guard tried and fled with the same horror in his eyes. The curse did not let them forget her pain. Finally, a young soldier named Ephans was commanded to stand vigil. Midnight fell. The chamber grew cold. From the chest came a sound, a fragile cry, a whisper of torment. Ephans approached. "Princess, your highness," he murmured. Her tears slipped down motionless cheeks inside the chest. Where others ran, he knelt. "How can such a tormented soul hurt anyone?" he whispered. "Such pain, such helplessness. His heart would not allow fear to rule. She's trying to tell us something. If only we knew what." Others mocked him at dawn. "How did you not run screaming?" But he saw not a monster. He saw a plea for salvation, and so hope found a soldier to carry its weight. As Ephans pondered the princess's silent suffering, a memory stirred like a lantern in darkness. "My grandfather once spoke of a wizard," he said to the captain, "one who could read the minds and souls of men." The guards laughed. "A bedtime story," but Ephans pressed on. "No," he said, "this wizard abandoned the world and hid deep in the eastern forest, where serpents, giant insects, and ancient dangers dwell." The others fell silent. Soldiers fear death, but good men fear failing those they are sworn to protect. "We will find him," Ephans declared. "If there is even a chance, we must try." His comrades exchanged weary looks. Courage sometimes feels like madness. "Very well," said one. "But if we get out of here alive, remind me never to be friends with you again." With armor strapped and hope fragile but unbroken, they rode toward the shadowed edges of Mavia, where legends still breathed. Twilight bled into black as they entered the forest of venom and silence. The trees twisted like serpents frozen in wood. Beneath their roots slithered the living ones, scaled, muscular, hungry. The soldiers advanced with torches high, but darkness swallowed the flames' comfort. A sudden hiss, branches cracked. Ephans shouted, "Watch out!" Iron clashed against fangs. Fear licked the mind like cold fire. They climbed a steep ridge, where the moon revealed nothing but endless green abyss below. "No wizard lives here," groaned a soldier. "We've chased smoke." But the forest itself proved him wrong. Ephans sniffed the air. "Do you smell smoke?" In the distance, a single thread of grey rose upward, like a secret escaping. "There," he pointed. Below, hidden beneath the world's worry, a cabin waited. To reach it meant risking death. But hope does not survive without risk. "Tie the rope," Ephans commanded. "I will go alone. You'll die." "Not if you hold fast." He descended into the abyss, a lone figure against the breathing dark. Boots touched moss. The door of the strange cottage creaked open before he knocked. "Who are you, and how did you get here?" A voice demanded, old, sharp, wounded. "I need you to help our princess." The wizard scoffed. "I do not do magic anymore. Your world is full of selfishness and cruelty." Ephans stood firm. "Isn't it selfish of you not to help someone in need?" The wizard's eyes flashed. "How dare you?" Ephans raised his chin. "You can read minds, can't you? Then look into mine. If I am selfish, I will walk away." He confessed small childhood sins, stealing a cookie to feed a hungry dog, lying about homework because he cared for a sick horse. The wizard's face softened as truth unfolded. "I see selflessness," he murmured. Long silence followed. "Finally, you mean you came all the way here, fought serpents and killer insects, without knowing I was the right man?" Ephans smiled faintly. "Sometimes you need to try to be sure." The wizard, defeated by goodness, packed his staff. "Very well, take me to your kingdom." With hidden mechanisms, he summoned an elevator of stone that lifted them up through the cliffs. "You have an elevator," Ephans scoffed, "and yet you make visitors risk their lives climbing down here." "Nobody comes here," the wizard replied dryly. That was the idea. Back at the palace, torches flickered as the wizard placed his palms over the silver chest. Shadows recoiled. A low vibration, her pain cried aloud though she lay still. "She hovers between life and death," said the wizard. "Her soul is trapped in a black crystal ball." The king, trembling, "Who did this to my daughter? What must we do?" "Find the crystal and shatter it," the wizard replied. "Only then will the curse break." But where was the crystal? The wizard shook his head. "I cannot tell you what she does not know." Ephans stepped forward, his voice low. "Your Majesty, someone inside this palace did this." The king's heart stung with horror. "Betrayal has a face you trust." "We will find them," the king vowed. And the hunt for treachery began. A kingdom's fate stood on a knife's edge. Years passed like feathers drifting on wind. The king, proud and weary, eventually laid down his crown. The princess, no longer defined by curse or fragility, ascended as queen, her reign a testament to survival. Ephans remained always at her side, not as a servant, but as the one who first listened to a suffering soul no one else dared to face. Under her rule, Mavia blossomed into an age of peace scholars would later call the Silver Age. The silver chest that once held her cursed sleep was placed in the Hall of Remembrance. Upon it, engraved in graceful curves, were the words, "To sleep is nothing, if the heart remains awake." Though time aged her grace into silvered hair and gentle footsteps, her spirit never dimmed. When at last she closed her eyes in a sleep unburdened by enchantment, the kingdom wept, not in despair, but in gratitude. They laid her beside the chest and placed over them both a single eternal lamp. They said its flame would never die, as her light never did. Some nights travelers claimed to hear music in the crypts, quiet stones, the soft echo of a princess's laughter and the firm footstep of the soldier who never ran, a reminder. Forever that love and courage, twin guardians of the heart, conquer shadows that death cannot.